This is called art. This is the legacy and heritage of the West. This is what men of the West fight, sacrifice, and die for. This is victory.
Is there an example of a female sculptor who committed herself to the same level of detail that a male does with a woman?
None that come to mind. That sculpture is an act of worship before heaven, and it shows.
The sculptor is a Chinese woman, you dork-ass losers. Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and before anyone asks, the moan is just part of the instrumental track. There are actually two versions of it, one that is completely instrumental and one that features things like the moan that I start these videos with, and that is why it's in there. I just kind of find it funny. I did it one time, people thought it was amusing, I've kept doing it. Long story short. But hey, it's me, Mr. Sean. Welcome to Chimera Miniatures, and today we're back with the second most popular content on this channel. That is, of course, things from Neckbeards, Incels, and Niceguys. Neckbeards are those fedora-tipping gentle sirs who spend all their time online and don't understand why real women aren't like their anime waifus. Niceguys are the guys who actually aren't all that nice, but they'll keep telling you that they are. And then we have the incels, those involuntary celibates who make not getting laid their entire personality, and apparently it's women's fault. We're gonna get into all of this in just a second, but please first let me say, hey, if you like this content, please subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers this year, and we're doing real great on that. Also, if you want to help the channel monetarily, I do have links to things like Patreon. You can become a channel member. I also sell custom miniatures on eBay and Etsy, or you can just make a one-time PayPal donation. All that being said, let's get into the content. We're gonna start with a comment or series of comments left on my own channel, specifically on the last Neckbeard Incel Nice Guy video. These comments are between me and someone named at Mr. Professor Chaos 71.
Multiple laughing emojis. You have no audience and creepy pasta videos on your channel. More laughing emojis. What are you, a pedo? Let's see what you look like, stud boy. Even more laughing emojis.
Yo, yeah, it's very familiar. Hang on, let me do what I do. Would you stop?
And hey, here I come in. Did I hit a nerve, my dude?
At Chimera Minis, as sure as I am that most people you interact with say that you get on their nerves,
Well, you're not wrong on that one.
I'm not the least bit bothered by your lame takes, laughing emoji. One look at your channel and I can tell you don't qualify to have these opinions and should be embarrassed to actually expose them on a public forum. Let me help you out, little guy. Are you jacked? Are you financially secure? Are you competent with your fists and with firearms? Can you fix things and change tires in your own oil? Do you avoid childish things like video games and obsession with sci-fi stories and role-playing and card games? Incels are not good. Simps like you that white knight for women and attack men instead of being a role model for men and trying to help your brothers better themselves are the absolute worst. Personally, I'm married with kids, but I'd rather be an incel than a simp buddy fucker
What now?
that tears down his brothers for clicks. But I'm guessing you don't help because in real life, you are just as pathetic as the incels and aren't capable of helping lift others up.
Alright, first of all, Mr. Professor Chaos, aka Butterscotch, which, if that is your favorite South Park character, I agree with you. I have a video about that. But let's break this down. Also, thank you for commenting on the channel. You're right. My audience right now is very small.
But you have heard of me.
But you felt the need to make a comment on the channel, which is interacting with it, which will help grow my audience, so thank you for that. As to what I look like, well, if you dig back in the shorts, I don't post my face a lot these days, but it looks just the same as it did a few months ago when I posted some shorts. Am I jacked? No, doesn't really matter to me. That's never been a thing I've strived for. I hate working out. I would like to be in decent shape and healthy, but jacked? Not really a goal. Financially secure? Well, maybe not as much as I'd like to be, but hey, this channel is helping me work towards that as well as, my job that I do Monday through Friday. I think most people in this world right now aren't as financially secure as they'd like to be, but hey, you just gotta keep working towards it. Am I competent with my fists? Well, probably not. I've actually spent most of my life trying to not have to get into fights, not get punched in the face, and not have to throw any punches. And while people might be amazed by the fact that I've never been punched in the face, well, I view that as a victory.
Never been in a fight, you?
No, but that's a good thing.
No, it is not.
Yes, I am what I would consider proficient with firearms. I mean, I grew up around them. I haven't trained with them in a while, but no, I would say I'm proficient with them. Can I fix things and change my own tires and oil? Actually, yes, though I choose not to. While I do fix things, I typically leave things like oil and tire changes to, one, the companies that I have paid to put them on in the first place, and also to change the oil, mainly just because I don't want to jack up my car and get under it. I'm afraid it will fall. I'm perfectly willing to admit that. Letting someone else use a bay to get under my car rather than me have to jack it up and shimmy it under it, you know what? That's worth my money. Do I avoid childish things? Hell no. I love video games. I love science fiction, role-playing. I like card games. You know what? Why? Because there's nothing wrong with that. You can like whatever you want. Adults from previous generations stopped playing with toys when they got older because their toys sucked. Green Army Men can't compare to scotch and whiskey, but you know what can? You know, really cool video games are collectibles. You like what you like? And to be perfectly honest, a lot of these things really aren't targeted at kids anymore. They're made now for the adult audience who grew up with them as kids and now still wish to continue, and there's nothing wrong with that. So don't talk about me bringing people down when you just look at anybody who has different hobbies than you as lesser. At least we both agree that incels, by which I mean people who, again, make their entire personality that they're not getting laid, are bad. As to me being a simp and a white knight, you know, I don't agree with you on that one. Women can be just as bad as men. In fact, I've made videos about that. In fact, there's some posts in this video that are going to be from women. But no, I'm not a simp. I mean, I simp for my wife, but, you know, I feel like a man should simp for his wife because she chose your dumb ass. You said you're married and with kids. Do you not simp for your wife? Do you not think she's the most beautiful woman in the world? And if you don't, well, I feel bad for her, to be perfectly honest. You called me a buddy fucker, which, I mean, I guess my wife is my best friend, and that's not like some weird codependent relationship. She's just the person I enjoy spending time with more than anyone else. So yeah, I guess that's technically accurate, but I don't see how it's a bad thing. And then you talk about me tearing down my brothers for clicks and not lifting them up. Well, the thing is, these guys, one, are not my brothers, and I don't feel a camaraderie with every man in the world just because we all have penises. I'm a nerd, I'm a geek, in a lot of ways I'm a pervert, but you know what I've learned how to abide by? The social contract. The people we feature in these videos haven't. And yeah, while we all have a good laugh at their bad behavior, in my own way, in the same way that all people who create this kind of content do, we are lifting people up. It's not maybe the people whose posts we're reading, but we're hoping that others see it and go, you know what? I'm not gonna be that way. I was quote-unquote involuntarily celibate for quite some time, and by the time I even heard the term incel, I was already getting laid. But the thing is looking at these and going, wow, these guys are crazy. But in my dark times, had I come across that forum, who knows? And I'm hoping that if we put this out there enough, if people see this and see the negative reaction that others have to it, they'll go, wow, you know what? I should not emulate that. And that's the point, guy. So we are bringing people up. Maybe just not in the way you want to, but instead of making comments about how I'm not doing enough, lead by example, my dude. I would love to see what you're doing to bring up your quote-unquote brothers, but either way, thank you for coming to the channel, thank you for watching the video, and thank you for leaving a comment. Everything helps the algorithm. And now that I've wasted 10 minutes of my viewing audience's time having an argument on the internet, let's get to the meat of this video. Here we have a post from someone's For You page on, I believe, TikTok. That is someone with a waifu pillow talking about the reasons why anime waifus are better than 3D women, with the comment, they also don't make any noises. Look, I'm an anime nerd myself. I get the quote-unquote attraction, but there is a level, and the thing that goes past the level of acceptable behavior for anime fans is the waifu pillow in public level. You can get away with it if you're at an anime convention, but otherwise, just don't.
There is a reason as to why only men are forcibly drafted in war. Women do not belong in the military. They're simply physically and mentally incapable of doing the things men can do. They don't have the mental acuity to fly airplanes or drones. They cannot carry necessary equipment. Finally, can you imagine a woman trying to aim and shoot a gun? Laughable. They belong back home in the kitchen, providing food for the populace, and most importantly, remaining as a breeding reserve to repopulate the country after the war.
Look, my dude, if women want to join the military, let them. I certainly don't want to join, and we shouldn't be turning away people who want to serve their country. They are in limited supply these days. My last conversation with a modern woman at a solar convention a month back. Her.
Where are all the good men at? You know, the ones who open doors and pay for dates, etc. I just wish I could find a good guy in my life.
Me. Check your friend zone. That's where all the good men are. Her.
Typical male response. Always trying to convince us to date ugly, broke men we're not even remotely attracted to, and then constantly shaming us for pursuing the men we are attracted to. We can't help what we find attractive and unattractive.
Me. No, see, you said you wanted a good man, not an attractive or rich one. Good men come from all walks of life and can be attractive, ugly, average, poor, middle class, rich, and everything in between. So what do you really want? A good man or a rich Chad? Her. Sighs while shaking her head and looking away. Me. Maybe if you stopped thinking with your vagina for 5 seconds and actually started judging men for their character and how they treat others around them, you'd find good husband material. But you're not. You're gonna keep chasing that bag, which is why you decided to sit over here at my table and try to strike up a conversation with the whole damsel in distress crap, hoping I'd immediately simp for you and you'd get a piece of all the money you obviously know I have at this point. Her.
No, that's not it at all.
Me. Don't worry, sugar tits. I won't out you here in front of everyone. In fact, I was just leaving. You're not my type. Tell your cats in the future I said meow. They'll know what it means. And then all the gentle sirs clapped. I'll take conversations that didn't happen for 1,000, Alex. R.I.P. Trebek. Post your guess in the comments. How many times has that man had that conversation in his head, hoping he'd get the chance to have it in real life? Also, what is a solar convention, and are women really trying to find rich husbands at one? Inquiring minds want to know, and those that know, comment. Should I also tell people to smash that like button and also subscribe? Oh well, I just did. Here we have a bee-dad talking to a neck-beard, so to speak. This can't be your girlfriend, son. It's just plastic. It's not real. Bee holding the flower. It's real to me, Dad. As funny as this is, I don't think this is correct at all for how bees behave. But I put it in here because Sprinkle, as you might have all heard, my new ferret, he absolutely loves anything that looks like a bee. So for Sprinkle, we added this one in. It is still kind of funny though. Here we have a snippet of a conversation. So while we don't have the whole thing, I think we have as much as we need to between a guy and a gal. Yeah, that was pretty shit behavior, thinking of yourself first. But also typical of entitled Western women these days. I don't blame you entirely. It's endemic to US culture programming. The good news is you can deprogram that and choose to focus on gratitude. Kudos to you for acknowledging it and hopefully learning to be more empathetic and supportive of someone who is literally supporting you. Ignorant and inconsiderate people live all over the globe. In fact, I found one right here above me. At least you know your place. I'll take missing the point for 300, Alex. Hey, and what would one of these videos be without some Pokemon simps? You're so hot on Twitch. Ready to impregnate you, Pokey. Now that abortions have been removed, be careful, cause I will knock on your door. No better way to get yourself a milady than threaten to show up and forcibly impregnate her. Capital marks, my dude. Guys, I don't even truly understand this whole, like, simp legion for Pokemon. Is she like I think she's like, what, like a Twitch gamer or something? I don't know. I'm old. I don't understand the Twitchosphere or whatever they call it. But why are the Neckbeards so obsessed with her? Imagine having a Germanic girlfriend from Germany, the Netherlands, Switzerland, or Austria. You would have a based girlfriend who likes the Third Reich, hates the Untermenschen, thinks that the Nazi German military was badass, and hates communism for destroying the Germanic homeland. I'm definitely going to save enough money for a plane ticket to either Germany, the Netherlands, Switzerland, or Austria. All I need to do is show German, Dutch, Swiss, or Austrian girls my great-grandpa's Fallschirmjäger parachutist badge, and they will swoon over me. I can't believe how many posts there are of this, because we've dealt with similar mentalities in previous videos, but guys, as someone who grew up with a father who is a World War II historian, no, the people of that region, the Germanic people, do not still think this way. They don't swoon. They don't look at it as, they're like the British. With the British right now, their Union Jack is not a symbol of pride. For them, it is a symbol of colonialism and shame. And the thing is, there's a reason that Germany not only changed their flag after World War II, they even changed their national colors to try and get away from it. The people in that region that might still be, you know, woohoo, yay, 1930s and 40s Germany, are not, and in fact, they keep that hidden because it is such an unpopular opinion that, you know, this mentality that one political group had basically destroyed their country from the 40s through the 80s. So, guys, please, if you want yourself a little neo-Nazi girl, I don't know, I'm sure they have meetings, I'm sure they have forums, but just going to Germany and showing off shit from that era, it's not going to get you a milady. It's not. And here we have some posts about the #1 cause of divorce, and it shows, you know, the stages of marriage, you know. Yeah, apparently the bigger your wife gets, the more likely a guy is to leave, though I notice in this picture the guy doesn't get any fatter as the years go on, which I think most people get fatter during marriage. It just happens. My wife and I both got a little lazy during COVID, and while I don't like working out, I am trying to get in better shape, you know, now, especially now that I work a desk job. But, you know, I guess the biggest #1 cause of divorce, according to this comic, is men not liking a fat ass. But the real juice of this one is the response to it. This is literally why I fired my ex-wife. Now here I am at 47, reasonably fit, reasonably well off financially, regularly playing with 21 to 24-year-olds. Guys, you don't have to put up with the bullshit. Build yourselves up. The sky is the limit. That original poster, Sartain has seen some of my stuff. He knows what's up. Here's an insight into this older guy's weekends. See if you can spot the fatty. The thing is, my dude, if your life is really as great as you say it is, and I'm not saying it's not, more power to you. Live your best life. I do think it's funny that you call divorce firing your ex-wife as if she was somehow your employee. That's a weird way to look at marriage, but you do you. In my mind, marriage is a partnership, and even like in a business partnership, if the partnership isn't going the way that both people can be happy, then it's time to separate, you know, sever that partnership. You're not saying you fired her implies you had some level of, like, you were her boss, which is, again, it's weird, but you do you. I'm not calling you a liar. I'm just saying that if you feel the need to post about how great your life is on the internet, I don't know if I trust how great your life is. I mean, most people that are out living great lives don't really feel the need to post about it. I enjoy my life all the time in between making these videos and my miniatures, but I'm not constantly on Instagram uploading it because I don't care, and I don't feel like anybody else should care where I go on my weekends. I'm living my life in a way that lets me enjoy that life, and I'm not trying to live my life in a way that impresses others, if you understand where I'm going with that. So I'm not saying you're full of shit, but little sus. But hey, everyone's allowed their preference, and if you don't like fatties, you don't have to like fatties. But, you know what? Everyone's different. Here we have what one person thinks the average pedophobe looks like, and it's, you know, a huskier fella with a sign that says, "Dads with guns kill protected pedos." I think he means that, like, he's encouraging violence against people that do that stuff, which I don't really encourage violence against anybody, but if you had to pick a group, I'm just saying. And then we have the average pedo Chad, which is like, that, honestly, that body looks photoshopped of a dude next to a tiny girl. And okay, first of all, the phrase pedo Chad is fucking gross. But why do you see this picture and immediately think guy and girlfriend? Like, one, I mean, the picture's not great. Maybe that's just a very short, like, adult woman, in which case, okay, yeah, I could see going that way. I mean, everybody's body type is different, but if your initial reaction is mine, like mine was, in seeing that, like, those two people together, it's like an adult man and a child, and they're holding hands. Why would you not think that maybe that's, like, her dad or her older brother? Like, why did you instantly go, that's a couple? And again, the thing about creepers is they don't have a look. The thing about any group of people is they don't necessarily have a look. You can't judge a book by its cover because, I mean, even look at books. Different books have multiple covers, and, so even the analogy doesn't fully work. Though that would be an interesting thing for a new video. Different covers of famous books and which one inspired you to read it. But look, an overweight guy can be mad at people who are breaking the law and harming children just as much as a fit guy can be mad at people who are breaking the law and mad at children. So I don't really understand I get the point this guy's trying to make, I just don't get how he thinks he's making it. And here we have the penis of a virgin. Look at that plump sausage. Penis is still large and healthy. It hasn't been crushed inside dozens of vagina and will one day make the right woman a very happy wife. And on the other side, we have the penis of a man who has had multiple sexual partners. This penis has shriveled down to less than 1/3 of its original size due to vaginal pressure and will no longer be able to pleasure any woman. As someone who has only had sex with one person in my entire life, can confirm. But yeah, this argument is of course ridiculous, but it's just showing on the other foot the, hey, a woman who's slept with a lot of guys is going to be all loose and gross, but one woman who's only ever slept with the same guy, even if she's done it the same amount of times, is gonna be tight and great. And it's like, I don't understand your biological logic, but does it go both ways? Maybe. Nobody claims people on the internet are smart. Here we have a supportive and accepting post, but it gets a little weirder when you dig a little deeper, because they're saying love is love. It's not about race, it's not about age, and it's not about religion. You see, orange and yellow people can get along, Christians and Jewish people can get along, and then love between a 36-year-old and a 10-year-old is apparently also fine in this person's mindset. So I agree with the image of Tom. Pretty sus. I mean, sure, age is just a number, but in some cases, it's an important one. And hey, I promised there'd be at least one post from women behaving badly today, so here it is. Today we got Kendi, and she says, if you're a girl, your father definitely imagined having sex with you as you went through puberty, probably numerous times. What the fuck? Kendi, this entire video has been people posting some heinous things, but I think that might just be the most heinous so far. As a man with a waifu, we know. I cry myself to sleep every night, knowing that she'll never be real, and that there's no hope for anyone real to ever be she. I robotically complete the motions of my daily life with only the cold, lifeless embrace of a printed pillowcase there to welcome me back to my empty apartment at the end of every unfulfilling and incomplete day. I contemplate suicide almost more often than any other single thought, but realize that with a life as emotionless and vapid as mine, there isn't any single stimulus of sufficient trauma to allow me to rationalize my own death. So it goes. It's been 2 years since I've exchanged anything more than empty pleasantries with coworkers I share the call center floor with. I hate myself. But somewhere, deep inside the massive, fucked up, intertwined fantasy of my mind, I am able to pretend an anime character likes me, and though I'm well aware that it's a creepy, backwards fantasy, the fact that it provides any warmth at all is enough. You'll read this and think, what a stereotypical neckbeard. I'm not proud of it, I'm not proud of anything, but it's who/what I am. And as pathetic as it sounds, I've given up on ever being able to change it. This is how I'm going to be until the day I die, as alone in death as I am now, or ever will be. I mean, I do feel a little bad for reading that one in the voice that I did, though I'm sure it's probably somewhat accurate, but I feel for this guy. I really do. And I think that while he says he has given up, I think, honestly, sir, you just need you need therapy. And I'm not saying that as an insult. I've been in therapy myself. I've encouraged others to get therapy. Therapy is not a thing for to fix broken people. It's a thing to help people who are struggling find better ways to enrich their own existence and live the fullest life possible. And I think after therapy and during therapy, you can learn to start interacting with your fellow man, maybe take an interest in your coworkers, find hobbies, even just go enjoy the hobbies and meet people that enjoy similar hobbies. There are people out there that will mesh with you. And while I cannot guarantee that you will find the true love that you seek, and, wish for and wish that you could have, like in your mental relationship with this anime character, you could at least find people you connect with and not feel so alone. I have also been alone for quite a while in my life. The majority of it, I was alone. But as I became more comfortable with myself and became more comfortable in what I was about, I started doing the things I enjoyed, and that introduced me to people who I connected with, not in a romantic way, but certainly on a friendship level. And it did help with the loneliness. It's like, yeah, I don't have a girlfriend like a lot of my friends do, but I have a group of friends that I go and I hang out with, and we play Hero Clicks together for a couple hours every Saturday. And you know what? That was enough for a while. And life is all about making it what you can. And don't resign yourself to defeat, but I feel like it is a little bit out of your control to fix completely on your own, so I would recommend finding some therapy. You have my sympathies, and you have my support. And then we're right back into the slog of it, guys. Which kid would you want to babysit?
It depends on who gives the best BJ. What the genuine fuck is wrong with you? Bro, what?
The middle one, for obvious reasons. No words. Here we have a snippet of a Reddit conversation. Again, from what I'm able to gather, it's about something called cuties, which I don't know what that is, and I kind of don't want to look it up after reading this conversation, but let's just get into it. These edits, the initial attraction and even the nostalgic attraction is totally fine. They're drawings, but the obsession and all the NSFW art of them indicates there's a little weirdness going on. They could themselves be teens. If she's 12, I'm 12 inches. That's what we call hopeful ignorance. The movie Cuties wasn't made for pedophiles, it's just fan service for children. Sexualizing minors is still bad if you're a minor yourself, and that comment got negative 100, and that got 103 downvotes. So, weebs whenever they see anything good about Japan. Here, look at it now. Weebs when you tell them that Japan has huge flaws like any country, crying and pointing and yelling. I mean, I'm a fan of anime, I'm a fan of Japanese video games, but I would love to visit Japan. You would never get me to live there. Their culture just does not mesh with what I'm about, and I hear their work-life balance is absolutely terrible. So, but yeah, I mean, every country has its ups and its downs. I mean, we love to make fun of weebs, but at the same time, they're no different than the, if you don't like America, you can get out guys that are like uber patriotic. Like, patriotism is weird, and it's, simping for a country, no matter what country that is a bit weird, like saying that it doesn't have any flaws, because there is no perfect place on this planet, and if there was, everybody would move there, and it wouldn't be perfect for long, because people suck. And here we have another snippet of a conversation. I slept on and off most of the day to try and recover. That's good. Are you a 2 in the pink, 1 in the stank kind of girl? I have no idea what that means. 2 in the pussy, 1 in the poopy hole, crying emoji. I still don't get what you're trying to tell me or ask me. Like, do you like it? 2 fingers in the pussy, 1 in the ass? I'll take missing the point for 200, Alex. Sometimes you can't just I feel like this person was trying to just I don't want to talk to you about this. I'm going to feign ignorance and hope you just get that I don't want to talk about it. But they clearly didn't. Though I will say, taking all sides, this is a snippet of a conversation. I have no idea what they were talking about or what the OP was recovering from, so this could have been a perfectly normal question. Like, if this conversation had started out with, how you doing? Well, I'm, just really tired because I was up having a freaking orgy all night. Then, the rest of this conversation would be perfectly normal, but we don't know because it's just a snippet. And here we have a news article about a Japanese man who is 47, lives out the ultimate fan dream by marrying his favorite idol who is 20. And, well, yeah, I don't necessarily know how long that's going to work out. There's parts of it that kind of creepy. I mean, again, once everybody's of legal age is just a number at that point. Love is where you find it, and I hope that they are very happy together. But, yeah, I can see why some people would find it creepy, though, let's be honest, the two of them, especially in Asia, the age gap is not immediately clear because they age differently than us Westerners, so they won't necessarily look awkward walking down the street together. But still, hopefully it works out for them. But, like, damn, dude, that is a young-looking 47. I wish I aged that gracefully. And finally, we have our final post for this video, and it's another car featuring a ton of waifu stickers. But the reason I want to bring to this one is, unlike some ones we've looked at in the past and ones I've actually seen in real life around where I live, this one's just lazy. I mean, it's just a bunch of random stickers slapped all over a car. It's not decals. There's no real, like, coherent look or theme to it. It's just, how many scantily clad waifus can I fit over the back half of my car randomly? And it's like, dude, if you're gonna be a perv, do it right. Game recognizes game. Game also recognizes no game. And there's no game here. this is just, look at my waifu stickers. Oh, does it make you uncomfortable? And while someone who is oblivious to how their, public ludity or public acknowledgement of their lewd obsession can make people uncomfortable, the thing that's even more insufferable are the people who clearly are just doing it for attention. It's like they want to get a reaction out of you. They want you to give them a second look because they feel so unseen that it's like, well, any attention is good attention, even bad attention. And it's like, no, it's not, dude. If you're going, it's like I had a buddy who went through his goth phase, and he started coloring his nails with a black permanent marker, and his dad looked at him and said, son, we're taking you to Target to get you some black nail polish. Like, if you're gonna be weird, you're gonna do it right. And mass respect for that friend's dad, who is no longer with us. May he rest in peace. Papa Tom, you were a legend. It's okay to be weird, but put some effort into it. That's all I'm saying. So that's the video, guys. I do hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll take the time to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And if you feel like slipping a little coin my way, check out the links. Maybe get a mini for your troubles, or if you just want to become a channel member, that does give you access to all the exclusive videos. I believe there's a total of 12 on the channel right now. There will be more coming in the future. And, we also have the Patreon, which also all paid tiers of channel membership or Patreon membership gain access to all of the exclusive videos, and there's some more bonuses if you join one of the higher ones, but you can get access to all the exclusive videos for $1 a month. I mean, heck, you could join up this month and watch all of them in a single sitting, and but any amount is appreciated, and there's also the option to just leave like a one-time PayPal donation. Anyway, guys, until next time, I'm Mr. Sean, this is Chimera Miniatures, and I sincerely hope that you alpha great day and an even beta tomorrow. Bye-bye.